Welcome back to the Arms Collective interview series, and it's my honor to be talking with Jason Curns, the firearms manager at Mega Arms. Hey, Jason.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my honor to have you on the show. And firearms manager, what a cool title.
Yeah, not bad. I didn't give that to myself, I promise you. Then we've got a bunch of different, not necessarily positions at Mega Arms, but we've got our machinist, sales, and my hats are multiple. I can't say that I just do one thing. I'm running around here like a chicken with my head cut off, right. 6 days a week. So can't complain. I tell you that much.
Well, cool. Well, let's get to know you a little bit. How did you get into firearms? Was your family into guns growing up?
Absolutely. That's one of my first loves that my mother didn't really want to hear. But ever since me and my brother were very little, it was me and my brother and outside in the pellet gun and safety first. And my great grandfather, Charles F. Curns, was a world-renowned gunsmith, and he had some patents on some products back in his day. And from then, my grandfather also was into machining, and my father kind of picked up where he had left off, and with the machining and the firearms collections and the hunting. So we did a lot of that through growing up, and the collections and the safes and all the weaponry that the Curns clan definitely has. So we definitely had a love for the 2A Second Amendment. You never can have enough firearms and guns, ammunition around the house. That's for sure.
Talked a little bit about how you moved up to Washington, got started with Mega Arms.
Well, like originally from my background, like where I'm from, I'm a SoCal boy. So all my SoCal peeps, hello there. You know who I am. Anyways, I'm originally from Long Beach, California. That's where I met my beautiful wife of almost 6 years now. We decided to move back up to her original stomping grounds after we were married in 2008, which she's originally from Washington. So I picked up after being in Southern California. I was in the oil field for almost 15 years, and that'll wear on a person. I can tell you that from personal experience. But firearms love and knowledge throughout my entire life. Picked up and moved on the whim. Without a job, no nothing, and she was in the insurance industry, and so we basically wanted to start anew after recently being married in 2008, and moving to Washington, you kind of want to pick up where you left off, and of course there's no oil fields or anything to do of that nature. So my wife's good friend that she went to school with here in Washington had her husband had worked here. And that's where we started comms, and I started about a month after we moved here to Washington in 2008. And slowly, you work yourself through the process and put your best foot forward. And hard work does pay off. And so all you out there looking for work and wanting to move up in life, I promise you one day if you work hard enough, it'll happen.
Well, very cool. So what was some of your first responsibilities at Mega Arms?
Well, initially, they brought me in as a machinist. I had worked with my hands throughout my entire life, so that was pretty much second nature.
Right, because now if I understand this right, Mega Arms started as Mega Machine Shop, and
Correct.
It's still sort of two entities, right?
Yeah, there's two different businesses under the same roof. Mega Arms branched from Mega Machine Shop. It's almost 3-4 years now. We've been Mega Arms, and we've been trying to bring the consumer to, hey, this is Mega Arms, and it's only Mega Arms. Mega Machine does no firearms manufacturing. So, but there's a ton of Mega Machine marked lowers out there.
Well, very cool. Are you guys still on the same property?
We are. We're under a 25,000 foot facility. We've got almost 30 plus CNC machines,
Wow.
and probably a third of that is Mega Arms. We just recently acquired a new building that's just adjacent to our street, a little bit up the road, that it's just solely Mega Arms. We've purchased two brand new machines for it. So we are slowly working this into a bigger picture, if you would.
So, Mega Arms are known for a few things in the AR-15 world, such as, your ambi lowers, your billet receiver sets, and the, now, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but the Matten AR-308 platform?
Matten.
Matten.
Matten. So
Okay.
you've got the 10 in there. It actually stands for Mega Arms Tactical Enforcer.
Matten. Okay.
Yeah,
10.
there's
I
another
can't.
entity out there that owns 10.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna not get into name dropping or pointing fingers, but there's another entity out there that owns the 10. So initially, the Ma 10 started out as MA-10.
Well, that's why I'm so bad at math. I can't use 10 anymore.
Yeah, somebody probably owns it.
Right. So it's a 308 platform. Why don't you talk
It
about
is.
that a little bit? How that works? So
Well,
it uses standard 308 barrels, right?
correct. Well, you want to stick to the SR25 platform. But what the Ma-10 is a hybrid. You've got the front bore is cut towards SR25 KAC with the actual thread pitch itself. The top rail is DPMS high in height, but you've got the only thing proprietary is the upper and lower fit. So you have to use the Ma-10 upper with the Ma-10 lower. But what the Ma-10 does for you that other receivers can't, it gives you the versatility to build the rifle that you, the end user, want. So you pick your barrel length, you pick your hand guard, you pick your butt stock. I don't care whether it's a collapsible or something fixed. The end result is yours. I built this rifle. Even though it says Mega Arms on it, you're the end user. So you build it how you want, and wallet barring, things get expensive in today's world. So you can get anywhere from a $20 red dot to a $5,000 U.S. optics. So it's totally up to you.
Same thing with the AR-15 platform. The
Correct.
billet upper lower receiver sets kind of transition into both. You kind of have the same Mega Arms, really slick look. So tell us a little bit about your sets. It looks like you guys are a big fan of the ambi setup.
Well, we do it, and we do it well, and you almost have to in today's marketplace because of the competition level. I mean, everybody else is doing the ambi, making something left-handed. So with the billet platform, what it does for you, it allows you to make the receiver however you want because you're starting with a billet block. Other than paying $20,000 for a forging and getting a forging dedicated to you, then you can do something along the forged line for an ambi. But billet is the way to go with it, and something you'll find with Mega Arms is our attention to detail. And anybody that owns one of our marked weapons or receivers will be the first to attest to that.
And you have quite the quality control process too, I hear.
We absolutely do. It's so entailed. It starts right from the machining, and even before that, it comes with the American-made 7075 T6 aluminum that comes through our doors. They're all certed. They're American-made materials, so it starts right from the beginning. So it hits the machines. From the machines, it goes through the machinist's hands, and we've got a whole pin gauge check procedure that they go through, and then a complex deburring process as well they have to go through. We spend a lot of time and a lot of investment in our machinists, if you will. I can't really be the first one to say that they're paid well, but they'd be the first ones to say that. But we treat them real well here, and we spend a lot of time with them to make sure that they're comfortable with their job, but that they're doing a good job because the end user is worth it.
Right. And while your model is taking precision to the next level, so you can really see that in the end products here. And also another thing you guys do really well is just a plethora of options.
Correct.
Whether it's
Correct.
for the Matten or the AR-15,
Hmm.
just pretty much anything you want. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks
Right.
like.
Well, Mega Arms or Mega Machines started the actual machining of the forged receivers in '02. We did a lot for it's something that the customers and the consumer may not know, that we actually do a lot for marked variances. So we have over 70 plus different variances. So just because it has a different manufacturer's name on it, they might not be the one that actually cut the aluminum. So we do a lot of '07 variants work. So, and most of the times I can't get into that with, NDAs and sorts, but a lot of the ones that have been out there for a while that we're still cutting. So a lot of the big timers we've helped get, have them get into the machining realms with, we were the first ones to make most of the big timers receivers these days. So.
Let me jump back to you. You said something about left-handed. Do you make a complete left-handed setup where it ejects to the left side?
We're not quite there yet. And there's been a lot of need for that, but we just haven't got to the dedicated left hand upper where it actually will eject from the left port. We just been full guns blazing with our machines and trying to get out production with meeting quality standards at the same time. Mega Arms is also ISO 9000, so there becomes a structure that you have to abide by. And I don't care how fast we need to get it out; it doesn't leave here till it's right.
Very cool. Do you have a place where you sell like your seconds or the stuff that doesn't pass quality
You know,
control?
you know what happens to my seconds, Jake?
What's that?
They end up in pieces in the recycle bin.
Really?
Unless it's top notch, number one A grade, it doesn't reach the FFL holder. Mega Arms would like to be seen out there as a company too, where we put our best foot forward with our receivers and our brand. Every time we sell it, we're making sure that product will be the best that we can put out there. And not only for a Mega Arms product, like I'd mentioned before, with our '07 variant work, we are proud to be able to mark another '07's name on their receiver for them. Even though I stopped doing and taking on new variants, but the end user, if they have a problem with their lower, they're going to go back to that other '07 and wonder what's wrong with their lower. Well, I don't want that to happen in the first place, so that's why we make sure we put that extra step and care into their receivers as well, not just ours.
Well, that's awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about maybe what's on the horizon? Anything exciting?
Well, we've got our MKM, which has been out for quite some time, with our 308 Matten platform, which is a two-piece. I don't, Jake, I don't know how much you're aware of our monolithic. Did you ever get to see our monolithic platform?
Yeah, I did, and that's something I was also going to ask you. I guess you discontinued your monolithic.
Yeah, we discontinued our monolithic. A specific individual, I'm not going to name drop or point fingers, was awarded a patent on the monolithic platform. So instead of going through a long, multiple digit litigation, Mega Arms, we're known for our innovation. Okay, we're known for our ease of transition. So I mean, you could take what would be what would look like one piece, and
Wow.
you got a precision fit two-piece system here, this being our MKM, and then you've got a precision fit. So you've got, I could try to position it. I mean, you can see that that's straight as an arrow if I go over here and hold it up against a lighter background. But that's kind of what we're noted for, is our precision. So you've got a two-piece system and still less than 2 thou deviation from front to aft of these systems. And, people really like the MKM system. And not only because it just looks cool, but you can do all your barrel work. You can put switch blocks. You can put tunable gas blocks, whatever you'd like to do, and then finish your barrel work. You can pin your gas block with prior with your monolithic. You're not going to be able to pin your gas block because there's no way to get to it. But with the MKM series, you can do that, and then finish that off afterwards. So
Yeah, looks like a great fit where it fits on. I don't know how you describe it, but all planes around. It's almost like fitting a straw inside a straw. Where it's
yeah,
completely touching, and you can screw it down, and it's real
and the,
solid.
and so they're mated like that. And when they actually come back from anodize, we'll fit them once again, and then we'll T mark it. So that one handguard that will come with the upper, with the end user will receive, is kind of like the mated pair. So if a customer actually wanted to go, well, I wanted an extended rifle now, not to the rifle length, they'll actually have to get another upper. We might get into maybe selling the handguards just by themselves down the road, but right now it's just getting the product out to the end user.
Okay,
So
and it looks like you're going with the keyhole style
yeah, they're key mod.
key
It's a
mod.
key mod. Yeah, it's a key mod system all the way around the handguard for optimal usage.
Anything on the horizon for shot, or is that still
Uh,
top secret?
no, I can let a little bit out of the bag here, Jake. Those that make it to shot, I know we're gonna do a nice little campaign leading up to it, but uh, we're gonna have something at Shot Show that a lot of people are gonna absolutely have to have. I'm not gonna drop any kind of hints other than wait till shot, and we'll go ahead and show it to you. But we've got a few new designs of a certain product that is really going to have people's heads turning. So can't wait to release it.
Very cool. Now I want to hit on your accessories a little bit because you have some unique trigger designs. You have the Mega Grip.
Correct, which is all we do with the Mega Grip. It's a hoe grip that's stamped with our logo on it.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's myself and the owners collaborate. We absolutely adore their grips. So we decided to give them a shout one day, and they decided to restamp their logo with ours on their grips. So we figured why not, and we just keep buying them. And people, hey, you got to finish off your Mega set with a hoe grip marked Mega on it.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit like OCD at times, so I can see having to have my rifle, every part on it match, and that
Right.
that's something you guys really do. I mean, from start to finish, you can have everything mega. So
Yeah, well, and then you go, you touch on the fit a little bit more. It almost looks like our uppers were cut, from the lower.
right.
I encourage the end user, the customer, to run their finger across the upper to lower fit, and to actually watch their face, and when they feel no transition there, I mean, it kind of becomes humorous. That is what we do here, and we do what we can to make sure it's an absolute perfect product. By the time it gets to the end user.
Yeah. Just from your photos online, it looks like your sets are just one piece.
Yeah, and please note that with our sets or even lower, I mean, those were literally pulled out of production. So anything that you see that's on our website in a photo, hey, that's in somebody's safe right now,
Mm.
and I can guarantee that's not somebody that works here. It's somebody. That obviously purchased prior through their FFL because it was pulled right out of production and taken pictures of, and then off they go back into production. So. And,
Well,
and that's with the shot show guns too. They'll be pulling things right out of production.
very cool. Let's talk a little bit about that. Your production over the last year. How's that been? Are you guys catching up finally, or is it
You see,
easing at
are
all?
you? Does the you guys see what's going on up here?
You used to have like rock
Yeah,
star
I
hair.
was doing a little bit better a couple years ago. I can tell you that much right now. Then you got something else to blame other than the home life, but uh, and age. But it's been a whirlwind, as the rest of the industry will attest to. But it's good. It's good to be this busy, to learn kind of where you might lack in a fast-paced environment like this to grow by as a company, and as management, to better prepare your team for big upswings like this. And so when it does happen again, and it will, and honestly, this is not stopped for us. Most FFL holders or some rifle builders will see kind of a lull during the summer. Our phones have constantly been ringing. Can you sell me stuff? And hey, we weren't even taking orders up until about right around a month ago, and the orders I haven't take previous to them were in the first week of January. It was almost 9 months before we took orders. And with the back orders being what they were, it wasn't the right thing to just keep taking orders and back ordering people years. So it's good to be this busy. At the same time, you'd like to be able to give ship dates within weeks, not months. So it becomes all trial and error, so you learn from it.
Mega Arms, what do you like best about working at Mega Arms?
The people and the product. I can easily sum it up. The owners with Mega Arms, they're absolutely awesome gentlemen. They're really accommodating to the rest of the team, not just myself. It's honestly a place where you can grow, be a part of a great product. And if you ask any one of the guys that do the machining on the product, they're as proud to make that product that says Mega Arms on it as I am to sell it to you. So, and it starts there, and you can tell by the attention to detail that you see with our product. And for those out there that don't know Mega Arms, I invite you to seek out one of our products, whether it's a forged lower, a built lower, a billet upper, MCAM upper, or our new product that we'll be releasing. I encourage you to see it somewhere, some way, somehow, and to put it next to a competitor. And when the prices are similar, if not less, for ours at some point, you'll see the difference. I promise you that.
For sure. Well, thank you, Jason, so much for coming on the Arms Collective. And
thank you, Jake, for having me. I do appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'll see you at SHOT, that big secret that you hinted so much about. We'll be sharing that.
I'll be sure to be the first one to let it out of the bag.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. You take care.
Jake, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.